Hey, is that the AMA? They taping us. This is not, you have not been given permission to record us. That's gonna be on AMA.
Living the life we imagine. I cut off all my distractions and started attacking. Whole team gotta have it. Loyalty is all I'm asking. Wear a diamond medallion. My whole squad run the Atlas. Look, I feel like I was chose to take care of the ones I'm close to.
Good morning, everybody. I'm just leaving the gym this morning. It's about 6:45. Got my workout in, my lift and my cardio. I love to start my mornings right. You know, and what I would say is starting the morning off right is mind, body, spirit, right in the AM, just to get the day started off. I think if you have a strong start to the day, you increase your chances of having a great day and a strong finish to the day. And that's the most important thing, is to make sure we have great days, try to get as many wins as we can over the course of a 7-day week. This AMA series, Ask Mike Anything, we are gonna do the Ask Mike Anything, but we're gonna do it more as like a once a month type of a show. There are so many exciting things happening in my life and so many things happening in my business that we can't wait to share those things with you. And in order to do that, we've got to be able to have a bit more flexibility so that we can talk to you about a variety of different things. We'll be doing the AMAs about once a month, and so please still comment and ask questions, and you know, we'll be sending out Sacrifice Create Opportunity hats. We expect to have those. They're supposed to be shipped this week, so we should have them sometime next week. I'll be at convention next week in Cancun. We appreciate your support so much. You know, doing these shows, I have to admit, you know, it's a lot more work than I thought it would be, and it's a lot of work on our staff and on Peter Reichert, of course. He's our social media and website and videographer, and you know, we're excited that we're going to be going through a transition. I think that you being part of this evolution, I think it's pretty cool that you're coming along with us, and it's going to just give us a lot more flexibility, a lot more options for what we do on a weekly basis. What goes through your head when you get an objection?
Okay, good. I can be really brief with that. When I get an objection, it doesn't matter if it's on the phone, if it's at the door, if it's in the house, if it's throughout the presentation, if it's at the end of the presentation, I welcome it. When I don't get an objection, I'm worried. Why? Because I don't know if they're really engaged with me, if they're really talking to me, if they're really hearing me out.
Just picked up my tux for convention. I always enjoy that process of seeing my good friend Christian Bame over at Milani. He always takes care of me. I'm looking forward to Cancun. It's gonna be a really, really good time. About a month ago or so, good friend of mine, Simon Arias. Simon is an absolute legend in our life insurance business with American Income. He and I had a sit down. We kind of just were really off the cuff. We had some meeting in Mexico, and we just kind of set up a camera and just kind of talked a little bit back and forth. Today we're going to be sharing the footage from that sit down where Simon and I sat down and we just talked a little bit about leadership, a little bit about building a business, and really it was just kind of a jam session. We just were really off the cuff, and it turned out to be a pretty good segment. So I hope that you enjoy Simon and I talking about leadership and building a business over in beautiful Cabo San Lucas.
You want to take it to the next level. In my personal experience, more often than not, there's always lotteries that happen where this person hits the lottery and it's not. But the majority of the time, to be really successful, it takes a lot of grind and sacrifice that people get turned off by. They don't love this aspect of it. You're not going to love every aspect of what it's going to take to get you to where you want to be. Would you agree with that? I mean, because we shared a lot of the same.
No, I would say that's a perfect. I mean, to be honest with you, when things are really hard, so I always think to myself, when something is valuable, that means not everybody can have it, right? The more valuable something is, the less people can have it. And so whenever something's really hard, challenges me, makes me want to give up or quit, to me, what I think to myself is, and I'm sure you're probably the same, is like, this is a good sign. This means most people would probably want to quit at this point in time, and I bet most people do. To me, that fuels me, that drives me, that motivates me to push that much harder because I don't want to be one of those people.
That's what separates me.
Yep.
No doubt. The last thing I'll say, and I'll just say this, to you directly, you're one of the, if not the best people that I've ever met in my life. The first person that's always charitable. Whenever I'm doing something for the youth, and not just to me, what I notice is the way you treat me is the way you treat a lot of people. So I always used to think I was special, but you just kind of treat everybody that way. And the myth that I thought growing up in a below average financially situation and a blue collar situation was that people with money were horrible people. They were just, I used to look at people and just not like them because they had a lot of money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that hater mentality, that poverty mentality is what holds people down. What I found is you get what you're looking for. So sometimes people will pull out of a test market and say, well, look at this guy, he has a lot of success, but his family life is horrible, or he's not a good dad or whatever. Well, I could pull people that are 9-to-5 workers and that don't work really hard, or they work 20 hours a week, but they're not good dads, or they're not good husbands either. So whatever you're looking for, you're going to get.
Right.
I could find you a lot of successful parents that are 9-to-5, and I could find you an extreme amount of people that are great parents and great friends and do great in the community and great in every aspect of their life that work really hard and they grind and they work a lot of hours. So you can't buy into the hype of the haters saying, well, if you work hard, you're going to be bad in these other areas of your life. You get what you're paying attention to. You know what I mean? And that's what I admire about you. Is not only do you have business success, and yeah, you've changed, you got nicer jackets and cars and stuff, but the inner core of you has never changed. And I admire that, and I love you.
I love you too.
That, man. You're the man.
Having great people around you, Simon, is the key. And so I think we could both agree on this, that no matter where you're at in your life, be very careful of the company that you keep. And so my circle is not very big, very small, people that I share things with. And I don't really worry about the noise that comes from others that don't really know me, whether it's good or bad. A lot of times people will say good things about me that don't really know me, and I think to myself that, that's really nice, but you don't really know me. The people that know you intimately the most, that could be honest with you about your good and your bad, those are the opinions that matter the most, man. So,
not the haters that don't know you, or the people that just they give you say nice things, but they really don't know you. The last piece of encouragement or advice that I'll give is I just want to encourage people out there to understand that whatever your mission that you're on, it's not going to happen overnight. Sometimes it may take years to get to where you want to be. But it will happen if you stay diligent in your work.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so keep on grinding out there. Stay coachable. Keep reading books. And as he was talking about the people, one of the challenges when you start to separate yourself and go to the next level, I actually heard Snoop Dogg say this. He said, I started to go to the next level, and my friends didn't want to come with me. They had the opportunity. And the only way for me to close that gap was for me to go down all the time, or for them to come up. And eventually in life, when you talk about your circle, you're going to have to move your direction upward. You're going to have to go up. And people can come with you. But if they're not willing to come with you, the only way for you to close that gap is to pull yourself down.
Yes.
And so get comfortable in your own skin, knowing that you're not going to sell out. But you got to go here in order to come back and help anybody else. So as you're trimming out that circle, keep that, in the wise words of Snoop Dogg, keep those things in mind. Thanks for listening. Vasu, thanks for everything that you do. Thanks for sharing your knowledge and nuggets and stuff like that. I look forward to changing a lot of lives in the future.
I know you do. You're on it.
Let's make it happen.
Awesome.